Hi, I'm Josh Ingram,
And I'm Allie Ingram.
and together we're the Ingrams.
Hey everyone, voiceover Allie here. And this tent was a mission to set up. So this was our first time, as you guys will see later in the video, ever setting up a tent. We did not know what we were doing. We did not know how a tent was supposed to be set up. We followed the instructions, but both of us being very stubborn, we did not follow them as well as we probably should have, and ended up doing later on day 3. If you actually watch the video, I ended up setting the anchors the wrong way, and this led to the tent having issues with wind and rain and led to a lot of problems that we didn't realize. We also did not know that there were guy lines and what they were, and when we realized that that was another issue that we had with the tent, when we later went back and read the instructions, we realized that the tent was actually a lot easier to set up than we thought and was a lot more stable than we mentioned in later on in the video. Back on task though. So these sticks were so interesting to set up. As I said, we hadn't ever used a tent before, so we were very confused when it came to putting these sticks where they had to go on the tent. We weren't sure if there was an order, if one was supposed to go above or under, and there was a lot of debate off camera about where these sticks go and how they go and everything having to do with these sticks, but we eventually did figure out how everything went, as you can see and probably have guessed. But it was one of the very interesting things having to learn that all this was supported by these little fiberglass sticks. So because there's such a large amount of footage, I'm just gonna cut to the next scene. Hey everybody, so it is our first night trying out the tent. We're doing it just in the backyard today. Me and Josh are about to fall asleep.
I was sleeping.
Sorry. We are so tired. To celebrate having our tent, we decided to watch some movies, and we are completely tired. It is super cold outside. I think outside right now it's about 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
50
Yep.
degrees outside, and we have our sleeping bags, we have our pads, we have everything here. So far so good for our first night. Only thing is we definitely need thicker padding for the beds, but
Yep.
it is really good, and I'm excited to start off this journey. Good start so far. Couldn't get the fire started though,
No.
so we got it long enough just to warm ourselves up and come into the tent. But everything else was pretty okay. So we will update you guys soon. See ya. Hey everybody! So today is our first day after sleeping in the tent. We did a little test run with our tent for the first time. This was our first time sleeping in a tent.
Yeah.
Our first time setting up the tent.
Yeah.
Our first time anything having to do with tents. But we wanted to make sure that we test out all of our equipment before we get started on the trail. So last night was crazy.
Yeah. I was super comfortable there.
Very comfortable.
I loved it more than my own bed.
Well, except for the pad. We had a small little issue with the padding that you're supposed to put on the bottom of the tent.
Yeah.
And we realized it was a little too thin. The ones that we have were made out of foam, and they're more lightweight than what we were looking for any other way. But this one actually looked like a good buy. It was foam, lightweight, and very, very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So
I kept waking up and I could barely sleep. I still slept though.
That's
I
what
was
it
very
was
tired.
cold. Yeah, you were tired, and it was very cold. We had a very hard time setting up that tent, and I think that's what made us so sleepy. But we do have a plan. We actually have some memory foam that we're going to use to try to make replacement pads, so that way instead of having the foam sheets that we had planned on, we have a material that is sort of okay, and we're going to test out to see how it works, how it holds up, and everything. So we're going to be testing that out, and other than that, I think our test run went pretty well.
Yeah. I'm ready to sleep in the bed tonight.
Well, we were able to do all night last night. Tonight we're going to be doing another at-home test run. Then tomorrow we are going to be, after he gets back from work, we're going to be leaving to the trail and testing it out on a home trail that's local for us to see how we fare in an actual wood setting with the tent. And then we are going to go testing out some other equipment. The chairs came out pretty nice. The tent was pretty decently hard to set up, but not that bad. And everything else worked out great. So we're going to be getting some more equipment and seeing what else we need to learn along the way. And yeah, we can't wait to get night 2 over and done with in the tent. And we'll keep you guys updated. See ya! So, for the sake of time, I'm gonna cut it off right here. As you can see, we did eventually get the gist of this, but it was pretty interesting. So I'm gonna cut it off right here.